Hello, welcome back to Fallout 4. We are in Greentop Nursery. This will be part 2 of the Greentop Nursery Arena, and we might even have a part 3 later on. I'm going to go check the arena, see what we got so far. We do have a gunner, looks like already in the trap. We still are waiting for a raider. Make sure that, okay, the raider cage is still powered, and clearly there's someone in the gunner cage, so... I'm going to just fast travel somewhere, and I'm going to come back because that should give the game some time to spawn in a raider into that cage, and we will go back and check again. Hopefully, we can make this thing work. But as of now, um, we're just kind of just wasting some time. If you do have a cage that you want to be, to capture someone with, this is one of the ways you can actually speed up the capture of whatever it is you're looking for, whether it might be a creature or, super mutant or a raider, whatever that you have, in your mind. There's cages for just about everything, including the synthetic gorillas that you meet in the Institute. So, yeah, it's definitely a fairly unique thing to give it a try. But anyway, yeah, so we're back in Greentop Nursery, and yeah, there's definitely activity going on. You can hear them shooting, and the cage is trying to escape. So, yeah, where I have this arena set up is actually where the spawn point is. I didn't do that intentionally, but apparently that's what happens. Looks like Curie's out, so I want to lock these doors because I'm going to open up them cages. And I want to make sure both doors are closed. They are. So I'm going to go up on top of this house over here and over to the top of the arena cage. And I'm going to turn the power off to those cages. Yes, I added where I added which areas have like the power for which cage, just to make it easier for me to like remember. And I'm probably going to change that, and I don't know how Curie's back in there, but yeah, apparently the Raider, the Gunner, and Curie are in this arena, and it looks like she did a number on them, so there you go. I mean, it works. I don't know how the heck she got back in there, but as I was saying, I started labeling things because we're going to be having a lot of different like switches and power sources and all this other stuff, and if I don't play the game for a while, I'll forget which is what. So anyway, that worked, and I think what I'm going to do eventually is I'll probably keep these cages in here for a little while, and then I'm thinking maybe I'll just take them out of the arena later on and just have like combatants, I guess they would be considered, which would just be a couple of my settlers, so that maybe I can get the achievement to pop. It's one of those little kind of tricky achievements. You need to have like a certain amount of people sitting in a certain amount of spots so they can actually see what the heck's going on, and it can be challenging. One thing I need to do is I'm just taking all the stuff that the Raiders or the Raider and the Gunner had, and I'm just like kind of storing it in the workshop. But I do remember something. If you do have like arena combatants and you have a settler set on the red side and a settler set on the blue side, as soon as they see each other, they're going to start shooting. I don't want them to start shooting right away, so I'm going to have to build like a wall, some sort of powered wall between the two locations. So, about halfway down this little arena that I made, I'm probably going to put up like a cement wall with a powered door. And then I'm going to have to fidget around on top of this arena ceiling to try to get some power to that door. And then, of course, it helps you to label things. I did have to repair both those cages. Once the cages are used, as a lot of the times when you capture someone or something in the cages, they do break because whatever's in the cage is trying to escape. So after every use, you kind of have to repair it to make sure that, if you don't have the right scrap to repair it, the game tells you. They'll show you what you need to repair things. And I can turn these power sources back on. But I think I think I'm going to have to change up the ceiling a little bit. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. There's probably going to be a lot of like trial and error again, because it is tricky to get power sources to actually work when you're trying to fish them through the top of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to grab one of these doors. I kind of want to grab one that has the door in the middle, like this one. And yeah, I'm going to have to take some things off, and I'm going to have to redo a lot of this stuff. It's going to get really botched, really messy looking real quick to make this work, but it's something that you have to do if you want to try to get the combatants to actually fight each other. It was fun having the raider and the gunner take a shot at each other, even though Kyria decided to intervene. But yeah, I think a lot of the time that I'm going to be spending in this video is trying to get this center wall / power door set up, and then I'm going to have to reconfigure the whole top. Probably going to have to move the power sources around a little bit and kind of remark things. So it's going to be one of those struggle busting type of videos, and I apologize if the video's coming out a little bit later. I usually put a new video up every 3 to 5 days. I was kind of out of town for a little while, visiting some family that I haven't seen in 6 or 7 years. So, but I'm back now, and I plan on getting back to the basic pace. Every 3 to 5 days, have at least one video popping up onto my channel, and hopefully it's something in my videos is unique, something maybe you can learn from, or if I do something kind of goofy, if you have a comment or something to try to help me better my building skills or whatnot, I'm more than happy to actually hear them. I'm trying to get a power source somewhere on the outside here. I don't think that the regular switch is going to work, so I'm going to have to try. I'm going to try this I'm going to try a small power pylon with the switch, and that might not work, because I think that trying to get that wire to be attached to it properly is going to be an issue. And then once again, I also have to try to remember which way to wire everything, because you have to wire it a specific way. I think you have to put the power source, like the generator, I think you have to wire it directly to the switch, and then from the switch you have to wire it to any sort of conduits that are transferring your power, and then eventually I guess getting to the power door. So I know I'm probably going to mess that up a little bit, so I'm going to be kind of goofing around with the wires to try to get them right. But I mean, I have the switch down on the ground floor, and I can see right through the side of the arena, so I can see whether the door is working or not. And there, it's open right now, and it's still open. All right, so the wiring's switched around or reversed or something, so I'm gonna have to go up there and try to figure that one out. So I got a feeling that this is going to take a while, and I'm just going to be goofing around with trying to get this to work. So I think I'm going to cut, I don't know if I'm going to cut this video out. I think I'm going to speed it up. Yeah, I think I'm going to speed it up. I don't think I'm going to cut it out completely. And, we'll get it to work. But I'm just going to need a minute here to try to get it set up. So, I guess it's time to speed things up. See you in a minute. So I sped this part up. I just messing with the wires, trying to get everything done. I got it going, so we're good. I'm going to continue here. I got everything set up for right now. I don't know if I am going to be changing the power sources on top of this arena or not yet. But I do have the door hooked up now, and I'll show you in a minute here that it's functional. But I also need to remember I have to go into the arena and I have to actually bring a wall across that whole door from side to side, because the combatants, I guess we can call them, would be able to see each other if I just put that door there. So I'm going to have to put some more wall up, and I'm going to have to work on that. That's probably going to be another bit of a mess. Right now I'm just going to try to get the roof on. I'm going to make sure the door's working pretty good, and then I'll hop into the arena itself and try to like work my magic with getting the walls up and everything. And I got a feeling that as time progresses, the top of this arena is going to look worse and worse. But I mean, as long as it's functional, to me it doesn't matter if it looks like trash. I mean, as long as it does what it needs to do, then hey, I'm cool with it. And you know, people won't be able to jump up onto the roof or whatever and get out of the cage, regardless of how junky the top looks. Yeah, let's click this button right here. Yeah, okay, so the door opened there and it closed back down. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's functioning okay now. So next thing I got to do is I got to try to figure out what type of walls I can put up here that will actually work and not give me a hard time. It looks like that's going to be okay. Well, that side went on okay. This side is not going on okay. All right, so now I'm going to have to, I don't think the cage is impeding it. I'm thinking maybe the walls at the far end are. It also could be something on top. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to disassemble and reassemble this part also until I can get some sort of wall that's going to work. So I think instead of just watching me struggle trying to get a wall up, I guess I could try, maybe I can try some tricks. I don't know if they're going to work. All right, I'm going to have to figure that one out. But right now, yeah, I'm gonna speed this part up too, and we'll get back to it a little bit later. So give me a second here. Ooh, that video sounds awful. I had to completely silence it. Yeah, so I tried a bunch of a variety of different things. I tried the ashtray trick. I tried different types of walls, and et cetera, et cetera. I finally got a cement wall to work, but then I had to pull apart the side of the arena. So now the next thing I have to do is I'm going to have to figure out, okay, what type of wall can I put out here to close this arena back up, because that is clearly an opening, and anything or anyone that gets into that arena and wants out, it's the easy way out, just walk over to the side. So it looks like once again, like half of the wall went on without any problems, and for whatever reason, this wall right here is giving me a bit of a hard time. The front here, I think it has something to do with the stairs that I put up there. I'm guessing that's got to be what's causing it, because the stairs, you can kind of see the feet of the stairs right there. I think they're kind of impeding it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more of a rework again. And I mean, honestly, it would have been a lot easier to put this wall and power door in from the get-go, but I didn't think about it. Like I said, it's been a while since I put one of these arenas together, and I actually forgot how much precision almost that you need to make sure that everything fits in properly. So yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of like redo this whole like corner here, and once I get this side wall on, I don't think I'm going to be able to use one of these tall walls. Well, once I get this side on, I don't think that the top of the arena is going to be too much of a problem. I just got to figure out how to close this up first, and that works. That works fine. Okay. So let's get on top of this arena again. Probably it'd be easy just to put the ladder on the arena to start with right now, instead of going all halfway across the settlement to get up here. But yeah, like this whole top's like just hacked. So I'm gonna have to like redo this whole top. All right. You have a pretty good idea of how to actually put roofing and stuff onto your structures now. This is going to be a little bit out of the ordinary. So once again, it's going to be one of those other little, just kind of working with the jank and trying to get everything to at least be like somewhat decent looking, I guess. But I mean, it looks like I'm gonna have to pull this generator and all those lettering and everything off, and I'm gonna have to set the ceiling / flooring, whatever I can, to just seal it the roof up, and then I'm gonna have to like redo this whole generator thing. I think that's the only way that I'm going to be able to fix this. So yeah, let me speed this up, because this is going to be a lot of a wasted time just watching me just trial and error again, and I can still shave off like 5 minutes of this video. So yeah, let me speed this up, and once I get it back kind of together, we'll take a quick run around and make sure that everything looks good, and I'll get back to you. All right, well, I was going to speed it up, but it actually started taking a lot longer than I expected it to. I mean, I was up on top of this roof for probably about an hour redoing it. So I figured I'm just going to cut it out real quick, and I'll just go back to the final results. I literally redid the roof. I'm using a lot of storage units to kind of seal up some of the holes that are on top of the roof. So you see I have like some military ammo cage boxes up there. I have some wooden crates up there, and it was just basically to seal up the roof. And I got the wall, I got everything set up. This is the switch for the inner door. You can see it going on and off. I'm probably going to move this back, and I'm probably going to put some sort of label next to it so I know which one that is. And then this one over here is going to be for these doors. So we have this switch that opens and closes these doors, one on the side here and one on the other side of the arena, which I had in the first video. I'll walk through here, and you can see both of these doors are open. So I have the I guess you can call them side doors open, then I have the internal door open right now. So those look like they're functioning pretty good, and I do have the whole ceiling kind of patched up. There's some just extra stuff kind of hanging out. When I tried to do the ashtray trick, it didn't work. So yeah, the arena, it's sealed up. Again, I have the switches for both the internal and the external doors. I have the power on the top of the arena that still powers the Raider and Gunner cages. And yeah, I'm probably going to I'm probably just going to move the switch for the inside door out a little bit, and then I'm going to throw some signs that say like inner door switch, outer door switch, or something like that. And then we'll take another quick run around, and I guess after that I will end this video, because I mean it's getting close to 20 minutes now. But yeah, here, so right next to this I have the outer arena doors. You can see that this switch right here opens and closes the outer doors. I have it just kind of used the I think it was like miscellaneous in decorations, and then it was in like signs or something. All the way at the end you get lettering, and you can just spell out whatever you want to spell out. And I did the same thing. I moved the switch for the inner door over to the other side, and I wrote or stuck up stickers that said inner arena door right next to that, so I won't get them confused. And I'm just going to go through here. See, this door is it's closed, and I'm just going to give you a final tour. This is the gunner section. There's the dead gunner right there. I didn't take his clothes, I took his weapons though. And here's the Raider section, or the red section, and that's the door that's in between the two sections. So yeah, that switch looks like it's working, and the other doors are working. I mean, I'm just selecting the pieces to move them out of my way, and then pressing either B or circle on the PlayStation controller to cancel the movement, so I don't have to go around it. I just kind of go through it. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here, and I will do a part 3 and work a little bit more on the settlement and get some more settlers in there. And I will see you in part 4, and maybe in part 4 I'll have some of my settlers battle each other. Anyway, you guys have a good day, evening or afternoon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.